Thank you for inviting me into your home, inviting me into your life group. This is week 1 of Accelerate, and I can't wait to see what God is going to do as we discover His plan for each of us as it relates to generosity and stewardship. I hope you received an Accelerate guide in the services this week. I want to encourage you to bring this guide with you every week of the series. Bring it to church, bring it to group, bring it into your personal prayer time. I want you to engage deeply with the content of this book. Also, I want to make sure you received a commitment card this week at church. Be praying and planning for how God will have you respond, and we would love for you to join us on the Advanced Commitment Night on October the 29th as we come together as one church at our Waxahachie campus with both campuses worshiping together that night. Our creative team is already working hard on making this a very special service that you do not want to miss. Then on November the 12th, we'll have our church-wide Commitment Sunday. Normal locations, normal times. I pray that you will engage and will truly ask God what it would look like for Him to accelerate your faith, your surrender, and your generosity in this season. This week, we'll be exploring the grace of God and how it relates to generosity, as well as discussing the taboo of talking about money. You know full well how much I hate to talk about money because it emotes these powerful, powerful emotions. Together, though, I want us to explore the reasons behind this discomfort, the anxiety, while uncovering the profound impact of grace in fostering that spirit of generosity. I want to encourage you to step into this discussion guide with an open heart and open mind as we confront the topic of discussing money head on. Like you, I'm uncomfortable and hesitant when the subject of giving comes up. But don't worry, you're not alone in these emotions. Many wrestle with this topic, and this series will hopefully offer insights and freedom into how God calls us to give. As we journey further, let's embrace the concept of grace as God's unmerited favor. It's not merely a one-time event, but ongoing work that has the power to heal our brokenness and transform our perspectives on money and giving. I too have struggled with the notion of grace, but together we're going to unravel this profound meaning and see how it intertwines with our lives. So let's take a moment and reflect on our own reluctance to participate in acts of giving. What fears and doubts hold us back? Through our story of the Macedonian churches, you're going to uncover the courage to overcome these hesitations, and you're going to find joy in giving from the heart. As we explore the riches of generosity, we're going to discover that true wealth lies not in material possessions, but in the profound impact our giving has on others, and most importantly, how it glorifies God. Together, let's embrace the abundance that comes from a grace-filled generosity. The hearts of the Macedonian Christians pleading to participate in the giving effort reminds us that God wants us to join in that same journey. But they did that by giving themselves first to the Lord. And that's what God is inviting us to do today. So let's leave our spreadsheets, our checkbooks, our message of fear at the altar. Let's go wholeheartedly into what God might have for us in this next season as He seeks to accelerate our faith in Him. And remember, He wants to do something in you. Now, let's hear from one of our own at the Avenue who's been engaging with this Accelerate journey.
I'm Brian Barth. This is my wife, Lisa, and we have 3 kids, Alyssa, Andrew, and Caleb, and we've been here 10 years. So when I first came to the church, I was actually invited by a friend that was here. At that time, I was praying just to have a church to be involved in. And when I came here, I found a place to be able to do that.
He volunteered for a while before, and he fell in love with the church. And then he became part of the staff. And so it was like, well, we have to move to Waxahachie or Midlothian or somewhere, because we were an hour away, and he was commuting that time. We made a big move, and we came all the way here. We left some family and friends, and it was hard, but once we got here and we were part of the church, and everybody was so welcoming and just pulled us in, we found a new home. One of the biggest spiritual moments that we had here was having the privilege of just watching our children be water baptized and having that life day and just being able to experience the joy that the kids felt coming out of that water. It's just an amazing to see that, to see the Christ develop in them.
So we're really looking forward to Accelerate, to just see how it changes people's lives, to see the blessings that God has there.
And just the possibility of where the church is going. It's exciting to see. We've only been here 10, 11 years, and the church has grown so much. But to think about where God's still taking us and the amazing expansion that we're doing through Innocent County. It's exciting to know as a church member, my contribution is going to just have this expansion.
We choose to give just from what God tells us to do. Maybe 17 years ago, I struggled with just worry about money. And I remember praying to God, our business was young at the time, and I remember praying to God and I said, you know what, I can't do this. I can't have control of this. I need you to have control over this. And from that, I remember, giving that up to Him. I never had to worry about it, because you never know if there's this amount of money in your bank or if there's another amount in the bank. You just don't have to worry. If you just did it off the top, that you're managing it well.
Well, the Lord has blessed us so much, and we know that everything He's given to us doesn't belong to us. It's truly His anyway. And so the avenue makes it so easy for us to give back, because we can see all the beautiful things that they use the money for and how it richly blesses so many people. It's an honor for us to give back.
If everyone was all in, would you imagine what that would do?
What God could do, what kind of barriers we could break. If everybody could step in and give and do something. And you have to trust that your finances are going to go somewhere that's important and it's necessary, and God's going to use it. And through that, you can have a peace, not only in your own family life and with your children, but with your bank account too. God's got it under control. He's got the avenue here to support you physically and spiritually. God is there helping you, and it really truly is a home here. And if you step in and make it that for you and your family, you're just going to find a joy that's just irreplaceable.